Hello YouTube, my name's Sarah and welcome to my channel Read Write Plan, where we talk about all things reading, writing, and planning. Today I'm going to be setting up my main planner for January and then working on the first week in January. So I just have my Dreambook and planner from the Dragon Tree. I have some stickers that I printed out, a couple of pens, a little bit of washi, but I'm not going to use a whole bunch of stuff. So let me move this stuff out of the way and we'll get right into it. Okay, so here is the month of January. And I'm going to start by just putting in birthdays, days that I don't have school, just the main things that we have for this month. We have a couple of doctor's appointments, so I'm going to put those ones in as well. So just give me 1 minute and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just want to put this one right here. I don't want to do a lot of decoration on my monthlies. I do want to just make it a little bit cute. And I have a little bit of washi and I'm going to put it down this side. And I'm hoping that it will help me to see the page. I think I'll probably put it on both sides. I don't know if it will help me see the page a little bit better, but we're going to give it a try because there are no monthly tabs in this and there are no bookmarks. The other thing I think I'm going to do is get some ribbon maybe and tie it to the back of the coil to maybe make some bookmarks. But for now, we're going to try a little bit of washi down the side and see what happens. Okay, so I tried to get it as close to the edge as I possibly could. We will see once we close this book up if it helps at all for me to locate January. Okay, so there's what my January looks like. I've got some days off of school in January. My husband's family celebrates Serbian Christmas, so we have Serbian Christmas Eve party and then Serbian Christmas. A couple of doctor's appointments, some birthdays. My planner meetup is always the third Saturday of every month. And so that's what my month is going to look like. Let's get into those weeklies. Okay, now some of the other things that I had to do for January. There was this quarter one breakdown, which I kind of had a tough time with. And then there was also the January breakdown. And I realized as I was working on this that my goals aren't really goals. They're not really projects. They're not really things that I'm trying to accomplish X by such a date. And so I just kind of set each one up as a focus area. And these were my 2025 goals. And I did a whole video on setting these up. But when it comes down to it, they're not really goals, right? They're just sort of areas of focus. And so I'm going to sort of switch my thinking from goals to focuses. And so for January, I just took my 6 areas and wrote in some things that I want to focus on each area, so that when I'm setting up my weeklies, I can kind of look back to this and make sure that I'm hitting all of the areas that I want to focus on for January. Okay, so after the January monthly, we have our first weekly. And the weeklies in here have 2 spreads. So this is the first spread. It's kind of a weekly overview. And then the second spread is your more traditional vertical weekly. So I'm going to start on this page. So we're going to talk about what's going on over here. And then I'm just going to kind of do a little bit of free drawing thinking on this side. So the first thing is habit tracking. And it wants you to focus on 4 things for the week. So when I kind of went back to this page, I picked out stretching. I want to start stretching every morning. Journaling. I haven't journaled in a very long time. And so I really want to take the time to focus on journaling every day, at least at first. and then give myself some grace to maybe not journal every single day. But I think to get into the habit for this first week, I want to journal every day. Third, I got a new skincare routine, a new face skincare routine. So I want to do that. I want to make that a habit. And then this challenge for the first week of January is all about sleep optimization. It says get at least 7 hours of sleep every night, wind down before bed with dim lights and quiet, no screens before or in bed, keep your room dark and cool, no lights if you get up in the night, and sleep tight. So I think that I'm going to focus on that, getting at least 7 hours of sleep. Okay. Then the next question is wins from last week, what I gained and how I grew. So I think that this is kind of a weird week to have that because last week was Christmas, right? And so I got to spend a lot of time with family and I really enjoyed all of that time. So I'm just going to write about spending time with family. Okay, so one of the things that I kind of learned from that experience was I really enjoyed seeing family that I haven't seen in a while, family that I don't see regularly. And so maybe making more of an effort to see some of those people would be something that I learned from last week. Next, how will I reframe something I find difficult, painful, or stressful? And I think for me, that's just a mindset. So I'm going to just write a little bit about my mindset. Okay, so I just said changing my mindset to focus on the positive. That will probably change as we go through and I have specific difficult or stressful things, but this is the week before the new year and there's really nothing that is stressing me out right now. So I'm just going to remind myself to stay positive. And then how will I create more freedom in my life this week? Again, this is one of those things where I don't work all week, so I feel like it's going to be a nice open week for me to really focus on the start of the new year. Okay, so my intention for this week is to really work on setting up myself for success in the new year by sticking to my routines. Okay, so I just wrote the word routines in there to remind myself to focus on that. And then my top priorities for the week, not a lot going on this week, so I'm going to leave this blank and see what comes of the week. Okay, over here, this is kind of the exciting part, some opportunity for some creativity. So I kind of have this set up, so I'm going to kind of do little frames or little, almost like sticky notes, giving me some reminders for this week. So I'm going to work on that. Okay, so here's what I've done for the first week here. I kind of wanted it to look like, little post-it notes and little stickers and things like that. So just some notes and some reminders to myself to start my January book club read. This is the word count for the book that I'm writing, some ideas for videos, things that I want to organize this week, a little don't forget for our January budget meeting. And these I just wanted to look like little stickers. And then meal ideas for the week. We'll talk about that when I sit down with my husband to talk about what we're going to eat this week and write up a grocery list. So that is the first spread of 2. Now we're going to get into the second spread. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this. And with, I think, both spreads, both this spread and this spread, it's going to be a learning curve. It's going to change as we go, and that's okay. I think that because in this journaling book, it says intention for the day. And I think that I'm going to put the intention for the day into my planner, and then this will go into my journal. So I think I'm going to block off intention for the day. Maybe give myself, 3 or 4 spots for intention. And I'm not going to write intention or anything. I'm just going to leave myself some space. Okay, and I think every day I'll just come in and write my intention there. And then I'm not sure what the rest of this is going to look like, but I feel like events will go in the first, things that we have. And the only thing really that we have next week, so we babysit our granddaughter 2, maybe 3 days a week. So I printed out a bunch of just little babysit stickers. And again, I just print out most of my stickers from Canva. And I know that we have to babysit on the 2nd, so I'm going to stick that right there. Okay. Monthly projects, checklists, things that are incomplete, just tasks that need done this week. If I'm looking at what I have written here, I want to put my clothes away, organize the back room. As far as videos, I've got the first one is filmed. The second one I'm filming now. So I feel like next week I need to edit and post probably these first 2 videos, maybe record a third. So today is Sunday. We usually go grocery shopping on Sunday, but we have some plans today. So we are going to need to go grocery shopping probably on Monday. Oh, and I want to buy birthday cards. One of my focuses for this year was to send out birthday cards to our extended family because that's something I've been really bad about. So I want to make sure I buy birthday cards for everybody in January. Okay, so maybe a little bit of washi along the bottom just for fun, but I feel like these spreads are going to be very simplistic. And then the one thing I forgot, we do on Sundays, one of the big things that I can't forget to do is put together, set out all of our pills. Like old people, we have one of those weekly pill containers, and I just want to make sure that we do those on Sundays. So I'm just going to put that right there. Other than that, I think this is about done. And then I'm going to work in this week, see where it kind of brings me. And then at the end of the week, maybe we'll check in and see how this went. So that's it. I'd appreciate it if you would like and subscribe so that you can check out this brand new planner with me. Have a great day, and we'll see you all in the next video. Bye.